Hey Jeff, congratulations on your retirement. So I'm going to give you some instructions on how to set up the Atlatl and Dart that I've sent you guys. As you well know, this is probably going to be showing up a little late at your place. Jeff, that should be no surprise to you. And Mike, since I got a less than stellar grade in your gallery practices class, this should come as no surprise to you either. Bear with me. All right, there's two ends of the tube, one marked other end and open. Let's go with the open end. The first thing we will do is remove the 4 screws surrounding the lid. To get the cork out of the end, I've provided several holes that you can put a screw in to provide a handle. I suggest that you do this on the floor, as all kinds of stuff is going to be coming out of here and it can just drop off of a table. You'll now have this bit of an umbilical to pull out a plug. After this, there's some ethafoam sheet with 2 plexiglass mounts and a plastic bag full of hardware. Set these aside. Now reach inside and you'll find another umbilical. Remove that plug. Reach inside yet another time and you'll grasp the knock end of the dart. It's in, you can see I'm just about up to my elbow here. Gently pull out this whole unit, and you might, as you get near the end of the tube, you're going to start seeing the veins. You might want to be careful of that. There's a little bit of a loose piece of the cardboard here. They can get caught, but they should bounce back into shape. Continue to pull. Now you're going to find a plastic bag past the first plug. This is the Atlatl. This is why we're doing this on the floor. On a table, this will fall off. Here's the Atlatl. You can set this aside for a moment and continue pulling out the dart assembly. After the dart assembly is clear, you can remove the ethafoam from the ends. And then you'll need a pocket knife or some such device to split the donuts on the seams to remove them. The donuts can be removed, packing set aside. The dart can then be set on the table. Probably the worst thing that can happen for this, it's just a big awkward piece and you can knock things over with it. These are fairly durable, but you know, you could, well, it can break. So now that this is out, we can bring the Atlatl out of this plastic bag. And also, now go to the plastic bag and remove the leather strap. You'll see this leather strap looks like a little necktie. Carefully with the dart, feed the leather strap. Either way will work, but one way kind of hangs down better as a necktie. And bring this to just before the spool. Now the Atlatl, there's a ball and socket joint on this end, and you will see near this growth ring here, this segment, you'll see a little brown mark, and that is considered to be down or towards the Atlatl. This white ball and socket joint goes at the end of the knock, and then this fork pops in down here, and then twist as according. Now with this necktie affair, you can pull this down. I'm setting this on the end of the table some here. And now I'm pulling on the slack end of the tie. if I can. Just tighten this down. Come back and check. And what this does is it just keeps this whole unit together. Okay, this is done and can be set aside. It can sit on a table fairly sturdily. If you have to, you can come back and adjust it, but or leave this end off to the table as long as you don't run into it. But it's fairly stable at this point. Now you're going to need to grab a step ladder. And in this bag are some panhead screws to put the mounts to the wall. You can use the hardware you want, especially in the wall. I've not supplied that, but don't use flat heads because they'll wedge into the plexiglass and break the mount. One of the mounts, for expediency's sake, is already mounted to the wall. The first wall mount is this fork-shaped plexiglass affair, and that is mounted 134 inches off of the floor. So, we use whatever wall anchor you need. Hardware, like I said, as long as it is a pan head and fits through the hole, will be all right. Once that is in place, then come back to your Atlatl arrangement. And at the bottom of the head, between the phragmite shaft and the head, slip it on, and this can now hang straight down. As long as your leather tie is tight, you're going to be in great shape here. Now we come back to our second mount that we have. The hooks go through the finger holes. Just let this hang plumb. You can eyeball it, is about the best way, just straight from top to bottom. And this will take some of the weight. Most of the weight will be up there, but this is really to, you just kind of snug it up against it a bit. Trace the two half circles here on the top and the bottom to get your location. Remove the mount. Remove your Atlatl and dart and set aside. And using the hardware in the plastic bag, two more, place this mount on the wall. You've actually just traced the outside, so now hold it up to where you mark the holes, the center of the holes. What a horrible, horrible worn out Phillips head we have. Once this mount's in place, come back to the Atlatl dart arrangement. Put it through the fork, hang it on the hooks. Make sure that this feather arrangement, it's just a symmetry thing. When these are thrown, these two feathers are on either side of the Atlatl, really. So, there you have it. Thanks a bunch, Jeff. You're a hell of a mentor, and think about you often. I would hope to get up there in October, but life being what it is, I can't plan that far ahead right now. So, hope I can be there. If not, you have a ball, and give my regards to Deb Scott, Lorelei Sims, and whoever else is lucky enough to get there and party with you guys. Thanks.